Hi, this is Allie, and welcome back to another chemistry video. In today's video, we will be looking inside of a blueberry muffin and how it's made through the eyes of a food chemist. But first, we need to look a little bit deeper into things. Step 1 is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, to make the streusel topping, add 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. For this purpose, the sugar will act as a sweetener and provide some texture with its granules. In addition, add 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. This will help provide structure when all ingredients are combined. To provide even more flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt is added. Last but not least, add 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter that's softened. The liquid from the butter will cause all ingredients to stick together, forming small clumps. With a mixer, mix 2 large eggs together until they are frothy and bubbles start to appear. Whisking in the eggs before adding other ingredients allows air bubbles to form within the egg whites. This will allow the muffins to have more room to rise. Next, add in 1 cup of sugar and a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Eggs, sugar, and oil are always combined before adding dry ingredients to cause a process known as emulsification. This is when 2 liquids that normally repel each other form to combine a stable mixture. Here's an example. You decide to put a cup of water in a beaker, and then you add some oil. To your surprise, the water and oil combine easily. There is an even amount of water and oil within the mixture. This process is known as emulsification and occurs when we combine eggs, oil, and sugar for our blueberry muffins. In a different circumstance, you have another beaker of water and add some oil into it. This time, the oil floats up to the top and creates a layer. No matter how hard you try, it doesn't combine. This is known as demulsification. The next step in our recipe is to add 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. Then add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. When these 2 ingredients come in contact with each other, this is a good example of a chemical reaction. As you can see, bubbles are forming. Baking soda needs an acid to react, unlike baking powder. White vinegar is very acidic, and so when they touch each other, carbon dioxide gas is produced. This reaction causes bubbles to form, which overall explains why blueberry muffins rise from a liquid to a solid. The next ingredient to add is 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, whose overall goal is to flavor the batter. Now add in 1 cup of sour cream. Instead of adding just water, sour cream is composed of fats as well as proteins. And due to the high amount of fat, sour cream creates a smoother and lighter texture. Once combined, add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Flour contains gluten and protein, which provides with the rigid structure of the muffin. When these 2 molecules are introduced to the mixture and then heated, the flour traps air bubbles. In addition, flour can also affect how firm the muffin is. This is due to the gluten, which is stretchy. And we only want a little gluten formation so the muffin isn't too firm and isn't too soft. Think of gluten as little pieces of yarn. When you don't touch them, they don't tangle, but the more you mess with them, the more the ends of the strings intertwine with each other, and that can create a structure. This is why it is very important to not overmix your batter. Now is the time to fold in the blueberries. You don't want to mix the blueberries with a mixer, otherwise the juices will break from the blueberries and can cause your batter to turn purple. Last but not least, scoop in your muffin batter into each muffin tin. Then, sprinkle your streusel over each muffin. Now, place the muffins in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. As the muffins bake, An interesting process occurs, known as the Maillard reaction. This is when the sugars and the amino acids from the sour cream come in contact with each other in the presence of heat. This is the process that is known for creating the golden brown color on the edges of the muffins. All this deep thought in how ingredients interact with each other is what a food chemist does every day. And the interesting part about it is that these food scientists can take what they've learned and create new and different types of foods. So thank you for watching another chemistry video, and I hope that you learned a little bit more about the science of food.